Gamers and gentlefolk, hello and welcome back to another broadcast of the Nexus Gaming series. I'm going to be your host, The Sound, and I am excited to bring a replay cast from Week 1 of Season 17. This is a Nexus Division match between Team Happy Cloud and BoomerGaming. It is a best-of-3 series, and I do not know the outcome of it, so we may be casting for all 3 games here. I'm hoping for it. But no spoilers. No one let me know. Give a little background about these teams before we get into the first replay. BoomerGaming are a newly formed roster for Season 17. They also have some relatively new players. So it's always great to have another team getting into NGS, joining us for this grassroots celebration of Blizzard games? It feels weird to say celebrating Blizzard games, but a grassroots celebration of competition. We'll go with that. So welcome to them. Happy to have them. On the other side, Team Happy Cloud, their opponents, they are veterans of the scene. They are veterans of the division as well. They have been in Nexus Div for the last 3 seasons. Before that, I believe they were in Heroic Division as well. So, a very strong team against a relatively new team. I'm interested to see how the matchup turns out. Let's take a look at our battleground selection here to see where we're headed. I believe Game 1. Alright, Game 1 we are headed to Battlefield of Eternity. Great. Okay, excellent. It is a 2-lane map. You fight over big immortals for your objective. It is a map that favors vision control with how many different obstacles there are in the middle of the map around the objective. It allows for really sneaky engages from tanks, and so controlling vision is of the utmost importance on this map, along with having good heroes for burning the HP pool of the immortal. Alright, I've got this first replay all up and ready, so let's get into Game 1 here of THC versus BoomerGaming. Give the teams a quick ping, let them know that I am casting their series. Great. Let's get into it. And introducing our teams here on the left in blue, we've got Team Happy Cloud. R275 Delta on Uther, Drinking Bird on Li Ming, Nexus on Muradin, Brett Michaels on Blaze, and Fade playing Maiev. And to the right in red, we've got BoomerGaming. I Feed on Falstad, Dope Monster on Garrosh, Chronicler on Samuro, E-Bagatron on Anduin, and Carnage playing Hanzo. As we get into the first wave of the game, we can take a look at our level 1 talents. We've got a W build Wave of Light for Uther, along with Frequent Flyer from Falstad and Warbreaker. Ooh, we've also got Simple Geometry. So lots of quests to keep track of. Hanzo going into the W build, trying to get as much Immortal Burn available for their team as possible. Fade going in, looking for their first Q reset, trying to get their level 1 Nish's Memento procced and ready for the first mercenary camp of the game. The talent gives Maiev the ability to get a lot of PvE done. Lots of resets here. Carnage is going to be the first to fall, and that's a reset for Drinking Bird. Dope Monster able to block the shots for iFeed though. So THC will be kept to 1 kill, but with Fade and Drinking Bird already starting up this camp, we can see how powerful that level 1 from Maiev is. Able to rip through this camp in 10 seconds flat. Absolutely massive tempo advantage now going over to THC. Checking in on top lane, Chronicler and Brett Michaels doing that typical offlane thing where they look at each other menacingly and hit the minions nearby to say, you know, this could be you if you're not careful. But not too much aggressive HP trading or push going on up there. A pretty heavy wave clear advantage for THC in the early going of it. Hanzo not known for his wave clear before level 4, and we are likely to see Carnage opt for sharpened arrowheads at level 4 rather than explosive arrows. Fade and Brett Michaels able to slip up both and take another mercenary camp. This mercenary XP really in favor of Team Happy Cloud at this point, and that's going to put them ahead to an early level 4. Speaking of, we've got Pin Down from Maiev. When complete, it's an absolute massive damage burst, or boost. So we'll see if Fade is able to find those 3 hero Fan of Knives. Both teams starting up their Shaman camps. Looks like BoomerGaming able to complete theirs a little bit faster, but they're going to hold off on capturing it until the optimal moment. Fade, threatening, requires Dope Monster to take the cap perhaps a little bit earlier than they would have liked. I'd love to see BoomerGaming try and take advantage of their Falstad here. Having a global is an interesting approach to Battlefield of Eternity. It's going to allow them to do some side soaking. Fade blinks in onto Carnage and E-Bagatron, but BoomerGaming are not able to fend THC too far from this Immortal. The poke from Drinking Bird on Li Ming is going to rack up here. We've also got Murden going for Perfect Storm. Not Perfect Storm. The PvE at level 4. Brett Michael getting the jet propulsion onto Dope Master there. Dope Monster, rather. And a quick halftime show trigger from THC. BoomerGaming does have a little bit more PvE potential now that Carnage has that level 4 W talent, but Fade, oh, taking so much damage. They're going to get out with some clutch heals from Delta, and it's another reset going over. iFeed unable to survive the onslaught there of THC. So BoomerGaming are going to fall back and get as much of the HP knocked off of Ilarion as they can. But in the end, Belith is the one who will be marching, or rather, other way around. Ilarion will have defeated Belith and will be marching into lane here in favor of Team Happy Cloud. The experience gap is not so wide. Level 7s will be online around the same time. We can see lots more minion XP for BoomerGaming, and that's what's keeping them neck and neck with THC here. Nexus in over the wall, but they were diligent in holding on to their Dwarf Toss. Fade gets the pull onto 2. E-Bagatron can save iFeed, but Dope Monster is going to be the target. Level 7 on both sides. We've got Drinking Bird opting for Seeker at level 7. Lots of single target damage when all 3 of those magic missiles land. So that's going to be burst damage effective both on the Immortal and onto Dope Monster. Garrosh, not the best against burst damage given the way that his trait armor is applied. 4v4, Fade takes the shade in, does not get the reset, however, onto their Fan of Knives. And it looks like they're gonna proc the camp nonetheless. BoomerGaming happy to give it away. Not feeling as though they're advantaged, probably due to Carnage's low mana pool there. Fade lurking out of vision, once again looking for an engage here onto BoomerGaming. They are not doing super well keeping track of these out of vision plays from the Maiev. Doing a quick check on top. We do have Chronicler starting up the Mercenary camp. I'm sure Brett Michaels has scoped that out. And they're going to have to back off. Brett Michaels invading onto Chronicler with Fade making the rotation up. I don't think Samuro is going to be able to stop THC from grabbing another camp. And there it is in the hands of Brett Michaels and Fade. Level 10's about a half level away here. Dope Monster narrowly avoiding that third magic missile from Drinking Bird. Seeker, a great talent for any of those who are fans of sound design. The sound effect of all three magic missiles hitting is one of the more satisfying in the game. I'm a huge fan. And there's that signature Seeker sound. Of course, Carnage is able to put a lot of damage onto the objective here. They're not making a lot of progress on their level 1 quest, but we can see that the HP burn is about even. However, the race to 10 is well in favor of Team Happy Cloud. They have opted for Blessed Shield, Wave of Force, Avatar, Bunker Drop, and Containment Disc. BoomerGaming is making it to the Immortal, so they're going to get a lot of the HP off. Fade able to proc this Siege or Bruiser camp before the objective despawned them. So they're going to have camp pressure in bot lane and Immortal pressure in top lane. We'll see if Chronicler will be able to fend the Blaze off. THC have been met on the heroic talent tier here. We've got Gust, a Gust from iFeed, but they're unable to catch anyone, and that's Fade catching the Hanzo. Great pull from E-Bagatron, but it's a stun onto 2. Brett Michaels is going deep here. Carnage is falling low, and that's going to be the first reset for Li Ming. Nexus into the bunker. Fade taking tower aggro, but it's not before the fort goes down here. Lots of damage onto iFeed. Great CC coming out from THC and getting another kill. It's 4-0 on the kill count there. And a dominant push. In bot lane, we do have Chronicler getting some amount of push done thanks to their great wave clear using Blade Storm to just annihilate minion waves. But this first keep is likely to go down given how large this wave is. Another keep going down pre-10 minutes as in our last series. So a great advantage going over to THC. Absolutely dominant play there. And it looks like Chronicler will hearth out with THC dropping vision. It's going to give THC the opportunity to slip out of vision to the camp, and it looks like another camp going over to THC. Let's see. Yeah, almost, well, not quite double the Mercenary experience, but certainly heavily in favor of Team Happy Cloud along with their hero kill experience. Chronicler has been doing a great job keeping them in the hunt towards level 13. BoomerGaming not too far away from that talent tier, but it is unlocked for Team Happy Cloud first. And it looks like Drinking Bird is feeling very confident opting for Glass Cannon at level 13. So they've unlocked a lot more damage, but they're also a lot more susceptible to a snap engagement. If BoomerGaming are able to get the Gust into taunt and Light Bomb as they attempted in that Immortal push defense, then Li Ming is going to be in lots of trouble with all of the CC and damage behind it. Level 13's just around the corner for BoomerGaming, and we've got THC setting up in the bush. Fade looking for an opportunistic containment disc. Nexus taking a fair bit of damage here, but they're able to get out without too much hassle. Blaze gets onto the Immortal Burn for THC. Nexus eating a fair bit of CC here. They do still have their avatar available. And Fade blinks in to the middle of BoomerGaming. They don't have their heroic up just yet. There's Garrosh taking a fair bit of CC and splitting the team. A Gust into a Dragon Strike requires the D-Shield onto Maiev. E-Bagatron self-light bombs, but no one's caught in it. Chronicler falling low here. They will blink out. It's an even talent tier fight, but Breck Michaels is falling low and has already committed the bunker, as well as Pyromania. So there's a lot of survivability that THC are missing now. But they've also got 2-3 catapults to deal with on core. We can see iFeed on Falstad backing up to deal with that. It's going to be a first halftime win going over to BoomerGaming, but Nexus is in onto Carnage here. They've taken a lot of damage, and they know that iFeed is not here to make it a full 5v5. E-Bagatron able to heal through the damage using the Desperate Prayer at level 7 to keep their Hanzo player mostly healthy. Chronicler falling very low. Taunt onto 2, followed up by the Dragon Strike. Gust a little bit anti-synergistic. And another containment disc onto Falstad. No follow-up CC, however. Dope Monster able to get the shield thanks to their level 13. And E-Bagatron in trouble, slowed down. Does another self-light bomb, but Maiev opts not to take the blink in. So it's going to be a 50% HP shield for THC. Another convincing objective phase for our blue team. Carnage pretty far out here. Fade probably going to be able to catch him. Well done by Dope Monster, able to get their Hanzo player out using their level 4 into the fray. Or into the fray's baseline. Level 4 is Indomitable. An early Dragon Strike here, and level 16's just around the corner for THC. Dope Monster taking a lot of damage here. Nexus goes over the wall, eats the taunt as well. Level 16 has unlocked Benediction for Delta. They're able to get 2 stuns in a row, 2 spells of any kind in a row. A Gust now from iFeed. They're trying to keep alive at all costs, and they're able to do it. So they're still trailing a full level and a half almost. But they're able to relieve the threat of constant catapult pressure in bot lane. They're having a tough time of it here in top lane. Another 3 catapults stacking up here. E-Bagatron starting to clear on those katas. It's going to relieve a little bit of lane pressure to have their shaman pushing out. Of course, the downside is it will also keep the experience, the much-needed minion experience, far away from BoomerGaming. Chronicler doing what they can to keep the experience neck and neck. Once again, we can see all of the minion XP that they've accumulated, 24k as opposed to almost 19k for Team Happy Cloud. And it looks like THC are setting up for another trap. Chronicler able to jump out of there thanks to their Shikuchi, level 13 talent, giving them a teleport on their E. their wind walk ability. Alright, level 16s on both sides with the Immortal spawning. Bret Michaels looking for a stun onto Carnage, but narrowly missing. E-Bagatron having to spend one charge of Leap of Faith to make sure that Carnage gets out alive. How's he doing on his level 1 stacks? 13 out of the 20 required. So still a fair bit to go before they're completed. And we've got THC setting up in the bush once again. Nexus gets the narrow miss from Fade on the containment disc. Dope Monster able to complete their level 1. That's going to give them a fair bit of CDR. And doing a great job to play in a reserved fashion. Bret Michaels around the back. Huge flank. But Carnage had their trait available to them. A great lot of damage going in onto Bret Michaels will draw the bunker out. All the while, we've got Chronicler working on the Immortal on the top side of the fight. So they're doing a good job of staying pretty even with BoomerGaming. But I don't think they're going to keep split up for much longer. Carnage falls low, and that's their objective race. All of the burn of their team really lies on the Hanzo. So E-Bagatron has to self-light bomb, able to catch a few, but another kill for Drinking Bird. The Li Ming combos have been absolutely on point. Lots of damage coming out from Drinking Bird on the hero, and we've got catapults pressuring once again. 4 on the core already. iFeed will be able to clear out before the shields go down, but I don't know if the shields are going to get a chance to respawn before THC get onto the core. iFeed caught in another containment disc. Fade has been doing a great job catching early Indomitable and into the fray. Will get the... Oh my god, Drinking Bird is going to die here. Draws the phase, or the D-shield. And there goes Garrosh. Chronicler very low here. Nyx gets the stun onto E-Bagatron. Core is taking damage. The Immortal still has shield HP. They've dropped the bunker to add additional siege damage here. Chronicler eats the stun, gets the light bomb. It's a lot of damage going on to Bret Michaels, but it's not going to be enough. That is going to do it for Game 1 of the series. THC taking it in a dominant fashion. GG and well played to them. All right, Game 1 going to the home team. They looked very clean on it. The combos from Drinking Bird landed true time and time again, and there was a little bit of nervousness, it looked to me, coming out from BoomerGaming. A few of those light bombs and pulls from the Anduin player didn't seem to line up with the threat that THC was bringing. So hopefully they'll be able to clean it up a little bit for Game 2. Let's take a look at our post-game stats and builds to see how our teams fared. Drinking Bird opting for Seeker at 7 and Glass Cannon at 13 and Mirror Ball at 16. It's a lot of single target damage, which is reflected in the stat line. Of course, Carnage, a respectable amount of damage coming out from them. They were able to complete Simple Geometry at level 1, as well as Giant Slayer at 16, amping up the damage that they can do. But in the end, all of the engage potential from Maiev and Blaze really proved a little too much for BoomerGaming to withstand. So a really solid Game 1 from the home team. All right, let's see where we're headed for Game 2. Game 2 will take us to Infernal Shrines. Okay, very cool. Infernal Shrines, the most popular map in NGS. Once again, I do not have map draft data, so I'm not sure who it was selected by, but with any luck, we'll have... oh, and it looks like our teams swapped sides of the lobby there. So if you'll just give me a quick second. That's not quite right. Great, there we go. And we'll do a little swap here so I can get it right. Excellent, excellent. All right, so Game 2, Infernal Shrines, probably the most popular map in NGS. Hopefully BoomerGaming will have a little bit of a tighter game plan here for Game 2, and they'll be able to take us to a Game 3. But once again, THC did an excellent job in Game 1, and they are the more veteran team, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them take it in 2. But let's see how our game fares rather than just speculating. We'll get into it for Game 2 of the series and introduce the home team here on the right in red. We've got Team Happy Cloud. Delta playing Rhaegar, Drinking Bird on Mephisto, Fade on Tychus, Nexus playing Anubarak, and Brett Michaels on Dahaka. And on the right, our visitors in blue, we've got BoomerGaming. iFeed on Kerrigan, Dope Monster on Diablo, Carnage playing Greymane, Chronicler on Yrel, and Bagatron playing Anduin. Nope. And there we go. Collapse all those. Take a look at our level 1 talents. Excellent. We have Enhanced Agility for Brett Michaels at level 1, our only quest for the game. And it looks like we've got BoomerGaming splitting up to lanes. They want to avoid any sort of beetle cheese that Team Happy Cloud might look to put out. And to be fair to BoomerGaming, they also have a lot of scaling to do. Kerrigan wants to scale before she can fight too much. Dope Monster definitely wants to start racking up those souls as quickly as possible. So lots of good reasons to skip the level 1 5v5 brawl. We've got Chronicler taking the aggression of Team Happy Cloud here, but Yrel is very healthy. They'll make it out alive. Delta taking a lot of damage from Dope Monster and iFeed. A slight overcommitment from THC was met with a lot of aggression by BoomerGaming, and they're onto their first camp well ahead of THC. We'll see if that is the signal for them to get onto the bottom neutral camp. Looks like it is. But with a global on the side of THC, they do draw the dig from Brett Michaels. So an early commitment to the global means that Chronicler will get about a half wave of experience advantage. Very heads-up play by BoomerGaming to try and draw the global cooldown and get an experience lead as a result. They are first to level 4 thanks to their minion experience advantage. Speaking of level 4s, we've got iFeed looking to stack the sharpened blades. It is a pretty serious damage spike to every Ravage that Kerrigan casts, and they're just looking for last hits. I believe primarily on minions, but it will work on heroes as well. Delta and Drinking Bird getting the Shaman camp out before the first objective here in top lane. It will be the Mortar Punisher. So not as threatening as a Frozen Punisher might be, but still important to fight over nonetheless. It looks like BoomerGaming might skip Objective 1 altogether. I wouldn't be surprised to see iFeed skip it in favor of double soaking for stacks. And we've got BoomerGaming clearing as much of the wave and camp as possible. Checking in on bot lane, iFeed is spotted by Brett Michaels. Tongue narrowly misses here. And it is a 4v4 hero commitment in top lane. Vision and wave advantage going over to BoomerGaming. Nexus eats the combo from Dope Monster, but they're able to burrow charge out to safety. Level 7's just around the corner here for both of our teams. And a pretty even race on the objective here. Combo from iFeed misses, but Nexus is taking a lot of damage. First blood going over to BoomerGaming. Squashing the bug. A tough life for Anubarak. He doesn't take a lot to die. Carnage taking a lot of damage here. They will go down, so it's a kill and response. Chronicler in onto the Rhaegar. So it's a bloodbath of sorts. Brett Michaels misses the drag, so Dope Monster able to scoot out without too much trouble. Yrel getting a wave in mid. Looks like Brett Michaels goes for another drag, but it won't land. Alright, Chronicler gets out alive. Level 7's on both sides. Let's see what we've got. Boundless Fury, so giving Kerrigan the opportunity to get additional Q casts in a fight. Wizened Duelist for Greymane, another quest looking to stack up the auto attack damage there. We've also got Frost Storm from our Mephisto, looking to get slow onto enemies hit by their shade. Okay. Alright, first Punisher, well baited. I was wrong. It was frozen all along. Oops. Ooh, Brett Michaels caught in the middle of 3 here, but dodges all of the CC. Not all, in fact. They're going to make it out alive. Chronicler now under towers, and it's going to be a double kill in favor of THC, answering back. An excellent couple of dodges from Brett Michaels gets the Haka player out of harm's way. BoomerGaming doing a little bit of layering of their CC, and it's going to be another kill going in favor of THC. Carnage a little too far out in lane, given how THC has been rotating. It's going to unlock the heroic talent here, and they're going to waste no time to start taking advantage of Commandeer Odin from Fade, getting the front wall of bottom fort down. That's where our next objective is spawning, so it's a heads-up rotation for them to make. An Arcane Punisher will put a lot of siege pressure onto this bottom fort. About half of the fort already taken care of before Dope Monster has to rip the Lightning Breath to dissuade them. Other heroics, we've got Ancestral, Endurance of Hate, Cocoon, and Isolation for THC, and on BoomerGaming's side, we've got Summon Ultralisk, Lightning Breath, Go for the Throat, Ardent Defender, and Light Bomb. Alright, Dope Monster looking to catch THC in a lazy rotation, but they take the safe way around. BoomerGaming getting the gate down for the next objective in bottom. So both teams are pretty well set up for a Punisher jump to be deadly, depending on who wins this next objective. 50 stacks of the sharpened blades for iFeed. They're doing a great job getting that stacked up. Once again, it is a big power spike for their damage output when they get it unlocked. Nexus gets the burrow charge out, but it means that their threat, iFeed not pulling the trigger on the combo, nor does Dope Monster. Not sure what they were worried about, but with THC off map, I guess they wanted to play a little bit safer, see if they couldn't get any defensive cooldowns out of Team Happy Cloud. It's 5-hero commitment from BoomerGaming onto this Shaman camp. They have to do it because of how slow they were to rotate to it. It's going to give THC an opportunity to get wave priority on mid lane and bot lane and set up for this objective ahead of BoomerGaming. With how well prepped this bottom fort is, being late to this objective is quite a struggle for BoomerGaming. Although they do have a lot of kill potential, Drinking Bird gets the Durance out onto Diablo. Diablo is going to be pretty healthy nonetheless. Nexus now the target of iFeed. And it is a 5v5 here. All of the damage and CC. A great Ancestral gets the Anubarak out alive. There's the drag onto Carnage, but Leap of Faith will get the Greymane to safety. Okay, here we've got Heroics flying on both sides. There's the Odin for additional range. 29 to 23 here on the objective. Drinking Bird getting a lot of damage output onto iFeed. There's another stun onto Nexus. We do still have Ardent Defender, so Chronicler can get pretty aggressive. The Cocoon goes on to Kerrigan. 39 minions will complete the objective. Carnage very low here. Endurance catches iFeed, but they're able to get out with a timely Chrysalis. Whew. An intense battle, but in the end, the Arcane Punisher goes over to THC. Dope Monster does a great job drawing the aggro here. Chronicler did have to burn their heroic at the end of the Shrine phase of the objective. There's another leap. Oh gosh, these stuns from Bret Michaels have really been on point. Lots of drags landing. Another bit of CC through isolation gets the second kill. Diablo will be back shortly thanks to their Black Soulstone trait, but it's still a lot of siege damage that BoomerGaming have to endure thanks to all of this pressure that Team Happy Cloud has been able to put onto their opponents. There's the Durance. It does go wide. We've got the Keep taking a lot of punishment, and it's going to go down. So first Keep of the game just after the 10-minute mark there. And with that, Team Happy Cloud will back up. All right. Another rotation to the forts. Where are we? All right, checking in on top lane here. Mid lane, rather. Great. Okie doke. Team Happy Cloud have been in command this whole way through. Level 16's on their side as well. That's Earthgrasp Totem for Rhaegar, a huge boost to their CC potential. Nexus eating a lot of damage here. There's the Unstoppable onto Dope Monster. Bret Michaels trying to go onto Carnage here on the backside, but Delta has fallen low themselves. 2 kills for BoomerGaming, and that's going to unlock the next talent here for them. Drinking Bird falling low. Carnage stays with the chase and able to get the kill. Fade is the target next, but it looks like they're going to make it out alive. Bret Michaels pushing to core here. Dope Monster taking a lot of damage, and it's going to be another kill. Fade getting a lot done with their Titan Grenade at level 16. Checking in on bot lane, Bret Michaels has escorted 1 catapult into lane, and the fort stands for Team Happy Cloud. Really well done by Fade, getting that Titan Grenade, understanding that the percent damage from their W would get the kill onto Diablo there. How's iFeed doing on their stacks? They're already stacked. No, they're not. They're just about to complete it on this wave. Checking in on our experience, we've got 7 kills and therefore more hero experience on the side of THC, but once again, the minion XP favors BoomerGaming. The passive XP gain is definitely in THC's favor, however, with a fort and a keep down. Ooh, iFeed narrowly missing or dodging the Durance from Drinking Bird. Shrine activating here in mid lane. It is going to be a Mortar Punisher this time round, and the wave advantage goes over to BoomerGaming. THC getting the clear on the camp in top lane. I believe the Shaman will be able to match the pressure of the periodic catapult pressure for BoomerGaming. And Brett Michaels pushing up the bot lane here. They've got 2 catapults behind them. I love this move from THC. Happy Cloud understanding that their global is a big benefit to them. Brett Michaels has burrowed in here 20 Shrine minions already in the hands of BoomerGaming, but they're going to have to seed the Shrine until Chronicler can rejoin the team. And so THC have already made up the difference here. Root onto the Diablo. Light Bomb lands onto iFeed falling low here. They get the Chrysalis out. Nexus onto E-Bagatron. Lots of split engagements here. Drinking Bird getting a lot of damage out. There's the pull from E-Bagatron. No further cleanses, but THC have zoned out BoomerGaming long enough. Urel's going to get a lot of healing thanks to her Heroic, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get her out of harm's way. Another great stun from Brett Michaels. Okay, there you go. That's the kill. Fade getting that percent damage once again with the grenade. Textbook global play from Team Happy Cloud. Brett Michaels pushing up the catapult lane and then digging into the fight meant that the Punisher push was likely to go in favor of Team Happy Cloud. Another huge Durance lands onto a bunch of BoomerGaming, and there's the kill onto the Kerrigan. Diablo shortly thereafter. Silence lands onto the Worrigan. They're able to get the escape narrowly, but Dope Master likely to go in for the dieback. We've got Big Red Button and the Punisher onto the core, so it's likely to be another game in the bag for THC. GG and well played to the home team once again. All right, a dominant showing from Team Happy Cloud in both of our games here. They were able to clean it up in a 2-0 fashion. We can take a look at our builds here in the post-game. All right, what do we have? Nothing out of the ordinary, a full totem build from Delta on Rhaegar, as well as a full beetle build from Nexus on the Anubarak. Anything out of the ordinary for me? Yeah, I called it out when the talent was selected, but the Wizened Duelist for Carnage seemed like a pretty bold choice to me, given all of the CC and damage potential that Anubarak and Dahaka bring. Mephisto also just pouring out damage with the W build there. Speaking of damage, let's take a look at our stats. And there it is, 56k, and Fade also doing a fair bit, 53k themselves. What did they go for at level 4? It was Master Assassin, okay. Not looking to stack the dings, as it were. But as we can see, Tychus does a lot of damage, nonetheless. A quick 2-0 for the veteran squad. Not too surprising to see it. Very well played both Diablo maps. That's fun. Hopefully, BoomerGaming are able to make a little bit more of a run and showing as the season continues. iFeed looked great on the Kerrigan, so there are definite signs of life in the team. And it's early yet, you know, as mentioned, they are a relatively new team, so they're likely just finding their stride now and could very well make it to playoffs come the postseason. That's going to do it for me today. I'm going to sign off here, but before I do, I want to say a big thank you to all of the artists, musicians, and programmers whose work that I feature here on the channel. It wouldn't be anywhere near as tight a production without all of their work, so please give them a look. I've got links to all of their socials and work below in the credits, as well as a credit roll here as I sign off. And a huge shout out to everyone who tuned in. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. I've been Sound, you've been great. Peace and love, good luck, and have fun.